Welcome, Let Freedom Ring. We got a big weekend coming up for me and my guest, Bud Ouellet. Tough Ruck is this weekend. Bud, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure to have you. I know we've talked about this a couple times. Glad we could make it work.
Yeah, missed a few times there. Scheduling.
Yeah, no, and that's a big part of the show is finding availability. So, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm pretty simple. I'm a Nashua native, born, raised, still live there. Love it.
Awesome. What year did you graduate from Nashua?
We don't
want to date you too much. But.
Oh, that's all right. I don't care. 95 graduate Nashua.
Oh, okay, 95. Did Keith Richard, do you know him?
Oh, I know Keith.
Yeah, principal of
Yeah,
South.
oh yeah, very well.
Awesome.
Same year.
Okay, no way. Yeah, he was my wrestling coach.
Oh.
But yeah, no. Now, what are 3 things that everybody should know about you?
Yeah, I'm a pretty simple guy, hard-working, family guy. Like to coach my kids in baseball. Love hiking. I've been obsessed with the Appalachian Trail lately.
Oh,
that
okay.
could be in my future plans.
Nice.
Doing a through hike. And that's about it.
Awesome. Now, you've been. Have you finished the 48 yet? Or are you still working on it?
Oh no, I'm still working on it. It's tough to get up there with the kids and scheduling. We're at 32 out of the 48 right now.
Okay, but you guys go it's like as a family.
Yes. The first year, me and the boys, we got 9 of them done.
Okay.
Then the wife and daughter decided they wanted to join. So we finally got them caught up this past year at 32. So 16 more to go.
All right. Nice. Yeah, for me, I was like a single guy. It was like, it still was a lot of work though, because that drive, you got to get up early and you can't really mess around. You got to be out the door.
Oh yeah.
We
like to get out about 4 or 5 o'clock, and that drive home is awful though after the long hike.
So far, out of the 32 you've done, has one been the most your favorite one so far?
Obviously, the epic one's Mount Washington. It's the biggest one, and that was a good hike. But my favorite hike, been up there a couple times, Franconia Ridge.
Okay.
Lincoln Lafayette.
Yep.
I just love that ridge trail, and that's great.
That's a really good one. I did in the summer when I was going for 48, and then I got to do it in the winter.
Oh wow!
And
I haven't done winter hiking yet.
If you ever do I didn't last long in winter hiking. I did it for a couple of years. It's even more work because you get all the stuff you got to bring. But I can say doing that in the winter was unbelievable.
I heard it's easier.
I think we did it faster in the winter. Now it wasn't deep snow or anything like that. But yeah, that's a great hike. I mean, that's one of my favorites too.
And Bond Cliff never disappoints.
Oh goodness! Did you do the whole family with that one?
Oh yeah. We only did 2 of them. We did Bond Cliff and Bond. We never made it to West Bond that day, but yeah, it's a long one.
Yep, that's an all-day affair. Literally all day.
Start in the dark, end in the dark.
Nice. But no, that's so cool that you bring the whole family and that everybody's into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and third question, sticking with the theme of the show, which is Let Freedom Ring. What does it mean to you to be an American?
Obviously freedom, but it's all...
Dropping my phone.
Also an honor to be in this country. It's probably the best country in the whole world. So it's an honor. Freedom. Be able to live your life every day how you want. Our military is great, doing their job overseas and at home to keep us safe, to keep us doing what we like.
Nice. Yeah, there's no, I always get this, well, you never lived in any other country. I'm like, I don't really need to. I like where I'm at.
I don't want to.
Yeah. But sticking with that, you brought up the military, which is a great segue because we're going to be doing the Tough Ruck this weekend. It's going to be my 8th one. I'm trying to remember, how many have you done?
This will be my 6th.
6, okay. So you're not far behind me and Josh.
No.
And Josh Briand also does the Tough Ruck, that's who I'm referring to. Can you explain to the audience, I know we've talked about this on the show, but people that may have not watched those episodes, what is the Tough Ruck?
Yeah, I get this question a lot. People see wearing the shirts and sweatshirts. A lot of people don't know what the Tough Ruck is. And without giving a whole spiel to them, I basically sum it up as a military marathon. Then I go into detail how we have to carry the weight, 26 miles, what we do it for, which is a great cause, and keep doing it.
Yeah, no, and the whole Ruck it donates to Gold Star families, which is some families that have lost their loved ones, or first responders. I feel like they don't get a lot of the
no, they don't.
A lot of it, but our first responders as well. It all goes into the military family and friends organization. But yeah, 26.2. Do you ever think that you would want to be doing something like this?
Oh God, no. Oh no. Yeah, the first Ruck was torture.
Yeah. That the first time, I feel like over the years though, you just kind of know.
And you get smarter too.
Yeah.
My first Ruck, I was out to eat the night before, had a couple beers, and don't do that anymore. They didn't have blister tape or body glide, and
it makes a huge difference.
Oh,
it
huge.
really does. Now, how'd you get involved with this event?
Yeah, this is funny. Do you remember?
I think we were arguing on Facebook or something.
Oh, no, arguing after a softball game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got arguing about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee for the national anthem.
Okay.
And so we're going back and forth and talking about respecting the flag and the country. And you just brought it up and mentioned, why don't you volunteer or do the Tough Ruck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, call me out. I'm going to do it.
I love it.
So I did it and haven't stopped since.
No, and that's the thing. I like as I've gotten you're a lot like me. I mean, I know I've not been in the best shape over the last couple of years, but like into the hiking, love the Tough Ruck.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
It's worth the pain for the following week.
Yeah.
Just for the cause.
No, absolutely. And honestly, like the first year, like I did it. I think I did a 50-pound ruck the first year.
Yeah, how was that?
Horrible. But I it's weird. I didn't mean to do that. So now I have a scale, right? And this is talk about learning stuff.
Yeah.
First year I was like, I want to bring all this stuff. And I think there wasn't even a lightweight division yet. I think it had to be 35, but a lot of people didn't follow that because they weren't checking at the end.
Yeah.
So they went to weigh my bag and it broke the scale. And they're like, what are you thinking? I'm like, I didn't mean for this to happen. And I ended up, I think it was like 48 pounds that I rucked with. And I was in really good shape. I could not do that now. But man, I remember my feet were so torn up. I went to Florida the next week, and I was walking in this bar or whatever, and I'm like, what is in my shoe? And I look, and there's nothing in my shoe. I had like sand like deep into my foot because I had a hole in my foot from it. So
yeah, that first ruck, blisters and the blood, and I got home and looked like Kurt Schilling's sock.
Yeah, no, it is definitely. It's just it's a really tough event, but it's like it's so like rewarding.
Absolutely. Every year, I like to ruck with some of the active military, and just talking to them and listening to their stories, how they grew up and what they've gone through and what they do. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they are so polite and nice, and it's an honor.
No, it really is, and everybody's so friendly and supportive. You know, you have the civilians like us, you have the military personnel, and just, I mean, you have some people, and I keep forgetting, first responders as well.
Exactly.
You have firefighters in full gear doing the Tough Ruck. I mean, I remember the first time I saw that and was like, how is he doing that? You know, it's really impressive.
And the spectators who come, just the local town folk that come out and they cheer you on and help you with water.
Oh yeah,
and everything. It's a good cause, and a lot of people come out for it.
No, it really is. I mean, there's all types of people. I remember one year these people were handing out pizza and shots, and I said,
I remember that.
And I remember one of the people I was with. I was like, how could you do that right now? There's no way I could do that.
No, it's tough. Even to get the beer afterwards.
Yeah,
I haven't had one after a ruck. I'm too beat up.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Now, what do you think keeps you coming back? Is it just, you know, you're very passionate about the event? Like,
yes.
What keeps you coming back every year?
The cause. Mostly the cause and the challenge. I like the challenge. I like to try to beat my time every year.
Okay.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this year I got my son doing it with me. Got him involved. He turned 18, so he can do it.
Awesome.
So he's going to try. I think he's in for a rude awakening, but...
Has Zach finished quite a bit of it, though? Didn't he? He's been out there with you.
He's been out there with me. I think the most he's done is about 10 miles with me out there.
Okay.
And then he usually taps about that time, but he's a little older.
Yeah.
We'll see what he has.
No, that'll be cool. I've declined in my times over the years. Full disclosures, we've talked about on this show. I mean, battling alcoholism, and it definitely impacted me on the Ruck. This will be the first sober, like my first Ruck in sobriety. So I don't know if I'll get a great time. I'm not quite in shape that I want to get, but I'm hoping that will impact a better time this year for me.
Oh, yes.
So.
Yeah, I tried to beat the time. Like you said, I gradually decreased for a few years, and this past year I got my best time.
Oh, nice.
So, feeling good.
Yeah, and I think there's a course change this year, too.
Yeah, I looked at the map. It looks like almost like a loop almost.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I think we go through the Minuteman.
Okay.
Then I think we come back down that bike trail maybe.
All right.
I'm not 100% sure. I quickly looked at it, but.
The back and forth can be
tedious.
Yeah, that can be very tedious.
Especially in the Minuteman Park when I go, 4 times?
Yeah.
That was...
That would be the toughest things I think I had going in those first ones was the mental, like, you know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
You know exactly, like, I have to do this again.
Yeah, you get the half it done. You have to go all the way back there and come back. It's like,
Yeah, it definitely gets very wearing. You got to be mentally tough to do it.
Yeah, a lot of it's mental.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest challenges you've had in the race?
Well, obviously the first year with blisters and chafing, and that was tough. But it's usually the last 8 miles. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
That first year I was ready to tap out. But my wife came back down and met me, and she pushed me along for the last couple miles, which is nice. But yeah, it's usually the last 8-10 miles.
Yeah, that can be very grueling.
So I usually get out to a good start, then you guys always pass me in those 8 to 10 miles. Beat me by an hour.
I think I'm usually one of the. These years I've been one of the, like last year too.
Well, you just came off an illness.
I had
COVID,
and I was like, I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I honestly was like, all right, well, the day of, I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But when I hit the finish line, I'm not gonna lie, because I couldn't keep up with anybody, and this lady gave me a hug, and I just started crying. I don't know what came over me. I started crying, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Like, I didn't think I'd actually finish.
That's the mental part. It's tough, and it's gratifying when you finish. And
it really is. That was one that I was like, remember on the ride home being like, how did I even do that? And as I was coughing my brains out on top of that.
Yeah, I haven't drove home yet. Someone drives me.
But I'm with you, though. I've only seen a handful of people tap out. I feel bad. There was one year I was live on Facebook, and a buddy of mine I didn't know he was having problems. And I was like, well, live on Facebook. I'm like, he goes, I'm done. I go, I didn't mean to be live for this, you know.
It's all good. And the people you meet. You probably remember one year, the guy with the 2 amputees doing it. That was amazing, just watching him do that. And I think he finished, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was incredible.
Well, the thing is, too, everybody gets behind each other during it.
Yes.
You know?
Cheer people along. And
yeah. That's one of the best parts. And you just meet so many different people on the trail.
Yes, all backgrounds.
Yeah. And, I mean, the times that I couldn't, get separated from my friends, I always meet somebody.
Oh,
somebody
absolutely.
I can talk to. So, but yeah, looking really excited. Do you have a time that you want to get this year? Is there a goal?
I always want to beat my time, but this year I want to just do it with Zach.
Okay.
And just finish with him.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might push me along.
Who knows? Yeah.
Never know.
No, I think that's cool, and I love how you guys spend so much. You guys definitely have a great father and son bond. You and both your son and all your kids. But
yes,
I know Zach. I know Zach a little better than the other two. But
he's been around the field for a long time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Even when I'm hurting, though, it's like Tough Ruck to me also is like the kickoff of spring.
Absolutely.
Like I know spring is here now.
Baseball's starting up and.
It's just a good time. How'd you do with your fundraising this year? I fell short, so I donated the rest, but...
Yeah, no, I made it. But it's always a struggle with that.
Yeah.
Especially doing it every single year.
Yeah.
People get tired of seeing your Facebook posts and.
That is true. Like I don't put I still really believe in the cause, and I want to leave it out there in case people do. But if I have to pay it, I got to pay it.
Yeah, I push the list, and if I have to pay, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
just believe in the cause, and
absolutely.
If people help out, they help out. But I get good family that helps out and friends, and
yeah,
it's good. And Zach beat me in fundraising.
Oh, did
he? He won like $100 over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I do have a lot, like my friend Brenda Matthews. She donates every year no matter what, so I got to give her a shout out on that. But yeah, then I've had some people that I'm like, I never suspected that person would donate to any of my causes.
Yeah, you get that random person. It's like, oh, cool, thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, I'm really excited about the Tough Ruck. I know you are.
I can't wait.
We'll be out there, so be thinking of us.
Bright and early.
Want to get into this. You were the president of the Nashua Sunday Coed League for a numerous amount of years. How many years was that?
I probably was president for about 8 years, and I was probably on the board for like 12 or 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what year did you start playing there?
I started playing right in graduated college.
Oh, okay.
Which was 99.
Oh.
So I joined the league at that point. I was just a player for a couple of years, and got on the board, and
next thing you know, you were there for.
Yeah, no one else stepped up for the president, so.
That's funny. I know that kind of.
You know
goes.
that
feeling. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because. Yeah, so 99. So how long do you think this league's been going? Because I always say the 80s, but I actually don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's late 80s or early 90s. I think it was going for like 10 years before I started.
Okay.
So yeah, they used to have I think it used to be a mall league. Stores down at the
really
mall used to be. Then they just branched off and expanded and changed sponsorships and.
Yeah, because I mean, since I've been playing, it's very rare that anybody has sponsorships. It feels like Nashua, all the leagues used to have like sponsorships, and now that's just not a thing. So you became it just because it just kind of like nobody wanted it?
Yeah, I was already on the board, and no one was stepping up, and I was the vice president. So yeah, I took it over and did that for. I guess in 6 or 8 years.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah, no, it was, everybody always, and it's no diss to who came after, but like it did feel like when you left, like the league started to just not be what it was.
Nah, the last couple of years it started.
Yeah.
Like, I probably peaked it probably a few years before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably around 2014, 15, we really peaked. We had waiting lists for teams to join. We were talking about expanding to 12 teams and do divisions, and then a team drops, and.
I know it is really hard to. What I found in the year that I did it, like we got to 8 teams, which was hard.
That was good because I think when I left it was at 6.
Yeah, I was at 6, and then one year I think we finished there was only 4 teams. Like 2 teams had quit during the season.
Yeah.
And then. The Jackie Chan gate of 2021, where I think they owed fees or something, and
it's always a team like that.
Yeah, the bylaws of, I mean, I never had too many issues with the bylaws. I'm not, I went through it and I go, none of this is like over the top. We just have to follow them when it comes to what is the rule.
And a lot of times I used to give teams like a strike one on the bylaws. So, or give them a little extension for paying. Worked with the team, so that helped a lot. But it backfired a couple times too. But
did you ever run into did you have to chase a lot of money like teams like when they
towards the end of my time? Yeah, that was an issue.
Yeah, I gotta say, I want to get your take on this.
I should have been more strict and followed it, but
I'll be quite frank. Now you did it much longer than me. It's hard to try to do 2 things at once. You want to be strict, but you want to keep the league running.
Oh, absolutely.
So when people are like, "We'll just do that," and I go, "You guys want to have games or do you not?" Like, it's irritating.
Then you get like 30 people telling you got to do it this way, and it's like, step up.
Yeah.
Come to the meetings.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to get anybody to come to meetings. I mean, I had fun with it because because I like to be in. If I'm going to take something, I really do want to be in control of it. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
No, a few years I was like almost complete control, but it's always good to have a good board behind you.
yeah.
Which I was lucky. I had some good people, so.
Yeah, it was really just me and Brandon, honestly,
Yeah.
was the board. I thought it ran pretty smooth, but going into this year, and it's nothing personal with anybody or anything like that, but as everybody knows, like I was going through some stuff, and this is stuff I work on in my everyday life, and I'm like, oh man, I'm pulling teeth again. And I'm just like, this is not good for me, and this is for fun.
Yeah.
So it was time to just say, okay, maybe in the future if I'm ever needed again,
Help
right
out.
now, yeah. But
It's a lot of work.
yeah, do you think like tournaments are hurting it? Because we talk about this a lot.
I think that really was the start of the decline. You get all these players, very good players. They're always playing weekend tournaments, and we're a Sunday league, so they're down in Connecticut or New Jersey or Mass, and they don't, after they finish the tournament, they probably like to have a few beers and say, yeah, I don't want to drive back to Nashua.
100%. Yeah, like
I don't blame them,
Yeah.
tournament team, but it was tough. And then you got the older teams, like my team and a few others who get into families and kids growing. Then you got commitments on Sundays, and then it got tough. So some teams struggle fielding teams every week. And
yeah, and I mean, I got a lot of criticism I said, guys, you want to have games? Because I always look at it as we already paid for this.
yes,
So whatever you put on the field, we paid for it. So have something happen. You
Yeah.
know, that's because I was running into a lot of the problems you had. Like, yeah, I think tournaments, I get it. They are bigger than they've ever been since I've been around the game. And it's a Sunday night league. So I think it can work, but that's a long weekend.
yeah. Then you get teams who are there every week, like the bomb squad.
Yeah.
Good squad. But then they get playing teams. They get half a tournament team. Then they're recruiting other players to join, and it's not fair to them. So it gets tough. Then the forfeits and
Yeah, I think
it's all you can't win.
No, but I think, and we're going to talk about this in a second, but I think the structure has run its course for the Sundays. Because we were, like I said, we're pulling teeth to try to figure it out this year, and that's fine. Like, I get it. People have stuff to do. It's a tough day of the week to play.
Especially in like mid-July when it's 90 and people go to the lake and play in tournaments and cookouts. And
I was going to ask, do you think there's a demographic that softball's not hitting? Like, there's more people out there that aren't just tournament players or people that would like to get out there that just don't know where to find it?
yeah, I think there's some. I still get phone calls and emails from people looking to join the league. I think my name's still on the city page, but but yeah, it's still.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because everybody's at different levels, and that's the one issue with the league too is like couldn't figure out.
Yeah, another issue. This is on me too, and we really don't advertise it
Yeah.
or push it enough. It's like nowadays social media. Back in the day, we used to put ads in the newspaper to get teams.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And that's something I always said, because we'd post on like all the softball pages.
Yeah.
But you have My Social Sports, and nothing against it. They're a business. They can actually pay for Facebook ads. We don't really have that in the budget to do that.
No.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's a lot of word of mouth, but you're right. In social media age, you'd think everybody that wants to know is going to know.
Yeah.
But what was the most challenging part? We kind of touched on it probably.
Yeah. Towards the end, the last couple of years, trying to get teams to pay and show up and not forfeit. And then teams are leaving. That was tough. But the toughest for me was the off season.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to line up all the umps, to work with the city for the fields and permits, buy the equipment, find out who's coming back, set up the league meetings, and
Yeah.
Usually once that was done and the season started, besides trying to chase down some money, it was pretty smooth. Then you get your couple on-the-field issues. It always happens, but typical.
Yeah, and it does happen.
It happens in every league for the most part.
Yeah, there's always like at least one. We had one this year, or last year I should say, where I just was like,
I remember you telling me.
yeah, and then, Ryan, the director, will email you, and I said, honestly, I don't know if you need to suspend anybody that didn't get ejected because nobody threw punch. They acted ridiculous, but I was like, no one got hurt. The whole thing was put out, like, do we need to extend this beyond,
Yeah, I've gotten a few calls from Ryan back in the day, too. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What was the most rewarding part?
Yeah, when we peaked, when we had 12 teams, a waiting list, a lot of people were saying it's the best league around. During those few years, granted, Belanger's was on probably towards the end, but we already peaked. But it was nice having new teams in there, good teams. It was very competitive. That was nice.
Yeah, when I came in 2016, yeah, that was like one of my that was my first Coed U-Trip league.
Yeah.
So that we had a team, and then I was like, guys, this is going to be different. Like, we've been playing USA. This is U-Trip. Yeah. Everything's different. There's teams that do transition well, but not every team.
And it's good when you get fun teams like your team.
Yeah.
You're doing videos, and it made it fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
No, I agree, and that's it's like I killed
all in good fun too.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, if people, I remember like having some arguments on the page. There's someone that came at me, and I was like, dude, it's just a joke. I was like, I don't know, are you being, and he's like, yeah, well, this isn't about joking. I go,
because I remember you messaged me during when someone was complaining, coming at you.
Yeah.
You're like, is this guy for real? I forget who it was, but.
Yeah. I was like, this is all shtick. I was like, do you think, I don't know. But I had a lot of fun with it. And then a lot of the people that were crapping on me before are all buddies of mine now, which is kind of funny,
Yeah, when my team, we used to have a lot of heated battles with teams. Now it's all, like, when we see each other, it's all, like, respect and cool, and it's nice. But on the field, we wanted to, like, kill each other.
Absolutely.
It was brutal.
Yeah, that page was fun. I did have to shut it down, like because we had a really good Facebook page. There had a lot of people, but the problem was when people were leaving the league, they weren't leaving the page.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying they had to, but what happened was the year before I took on the presidency, you had all these people chiming in on something. I'm like, you're not even in the league anymore.
Yeah,
this serves you no purpose. You're just making more headaches for us.
Yeah, creating drama.
Yeah. I had someone criticize, and this was like where I started to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Someone criticized me on how I didn't just let anybody into the page and that I wasn't promoting enough. I said, well, the reason I did that was because there was some, if this actually went to court, would have been slander against the former vice president because what was being said on Facebook was not true. So then I said, I need to dictate who's coming into this page because you guys, there were some crazy things being said.
Yeah, I remember reading.
Everybody's, if you ain't running it, I'm not saying you guys shut your mouth, but don't argue with me about something I'm telling you why we do this. Yeah. What were some of the best teams that you saw in the league while you were there?
Oh, played a long time.
Yeah.
So when we first started, we got in. You had the Big Top team, AOTS. They were the two powerhouse teams. Then Bob's Discount Furniture had a team. They were.
Oh, wow.
They weren't like the big, powerful guys, but they were scrappy. Very scrappy team. They were always good. Then it trans into us taking over for a little bit. Belanger's painting. And so we had a run for like 4 or 5 years. We had Costco. Costco was a very good team. We had a lot of battles with them. All good players. Didn't like each other during the games, but later on, it was all good. A lot of respect. Played the game hard, and Then it turned into the 7th Floor Crew. I know they changed the names a few times.
Yeah,
They were always solid, very solid. SOS, solid many years.
Yeah, they
Team
were always
Travis
right
put
in it.
together was very good.
That's like Derek's claim to fame. Like, he still brings it up, and it was like, dude, that was like 7 years ago.
He had the undefeated season.
Yeah, well,
He forgot Belandres was the first team to do it.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
Derek.
They made it seem like no one ever done it before.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
We ran the table, too.
See, this is the problem. It's all, everybody has short-term memories, right? So no one. I honestly, I remember when that happened. I was like, wow, this never happened in this league before. That's crazy. Apparently, it did.
Yeah, and the year before, we knocked them out, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
That was a crazy series, though. It was probably the best series I ever played in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember seeing stuff on the page. I guess there was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, it was at Labine.
Oh, jeez.
Figure the Belandres team and 7th Floor team. A lot of home runs.
Oh, my gosh. Why would... That's...
Yeah, we used to play at Greeley and Labine for the longest time. Upper Greeley and Labine.
For the way that league was, especially in... From what I only knew like 2016, but if it was anything like that before, those are not the right fields.
No, but over time, the technology of the bats improved.
Yes.
And that field got way too small. It was a safety issue.
Oh.
So we were able to get Dickey or
Okay.
Atkinson or whatever it's called, which was a huge upgrade.
That's the best place to play.
Oh, yeah. It's good distance.
2 fields.
Yeah.
You can keep the league all in one place.
Absolutely.
You know. Yeah, no, that an SOS team was good for a long time. They were always
There
right
were a lot
in
of good
it.
players on that team.
You know who's not playing? I never see him playing anymore. Josh Santiago. I don't know. I guess he's just doing baseball now.
Yeah, I think, baseball.
Yeah. I played on SOS for 2 years. We had
Yeah, I
some fun
remember.
there.
Yeah.
So
Good team.
yeah, yeah,
Good people.
yeah. They were. And then
They always had our number for some reason.
Oh,
We
really?
could not beat them. I don't think we ever beat them in the playoff series.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean they. Yeah, we never won when I was on the team. I'm trying to remember who we lost to. Oh, Jackie Chan at that point had really had a good
Yeah,
team.
they had a couple good years there.
Yeah. I finally won it with NWO, so I was happy
That
about
was
that.
after my time.
Yeah, every league I've played in now, I've won. No, that's not true. I haven't won the church league, but that's all right. What are some of the best players that you saw?
There's been so many.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to leave a lot of people out, but I'll start from the older days. You had the former president before me, Joe Burrows. Not the quarterback, but
Oh, is that his name? His name was Joe Burrows. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Bozak. I think he's still playing around a little bit. Then you always get Derek Chappis is always good. The SOS players.
Spalding was pretty
Travis.
good. Yeah.
Josh. Shelty.
Yeah.
I remember him when he first came in the league as a young kid. He was always trying to steal beers from our team
Oh,
at
jeez.
Labine.
Yeah.
We're like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a solid player. And I've been out for, I don't know, like 5 years, so I don't know what all the new players are like. I
Yeah.
think a lot of them come up from Mass too, I think.
Yeah, and that was going on before, but now I'm trying to think. Even we had some. I played for Max last year. I'm trying to remember who the teams were. Wow, I'm blanking.
Well, and some of my players on Belandres, I can't leave them out.
Yeah.
Ben Dubois, Jake Forsyth.
Yeah, Ben was a great shortstop.
Yeah, he was solid.
Yeah.
All around. We had Big Jaron for a while. That kid could hit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the fourth states. That's a fun crew. I love those guys.
back in the day, John Quealy and his wife Kim were very competitive and very good. I know I forgot a lot of names, so I apologize.
Yeah, you were there for.
Now
a while.
I'll give a shout out to former board members too.
Yeah.
Joe and Jim before me, and then always Mike Groves and Sandy was
Yeah.
awesome. Appreciate all their help over the years. Some of the longtime coaches who helped, like Marjorie from Bottom Squad, she always was willing to help out. Max, I know he got a lot of grief, but
Some not deserved.
oh, absolutely not. So
Yeah.
I know he was a stickler to the bylaws, but
It's his right to.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, overall, it's been a long time with the league. A lot
Yeah.
of good players.
Yeah, that's all great people you mentioned. You know, Mike Robes. We gave him the Lifetime Achievement Award
Absolutely
last year.
deserved it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm hoping the league continues something like that. I'll probably have to help with that, but that was cool. Marjorie's super nice.
Oh, she's the best.
You know, I think she gets a lot of flack, but like if you actually talk to her, she's a great person.
Yeah.
You know.
We actually played them in the finals one year. It
Oh,
was
really?
Like the funnest finals we had, and even afterwards, they're
Yeah.
top-notch people.
I've always hung out with them in the parking lot. They're nice people. What are your thoughts on it going to a draft?
I'm
league?
interested to see how this works. I know what Merrimack does it.
Merrimack does do it, yeah.
I think it could be good. I think it's going to make it more level playing field,
Yes.
which I think will make it more fun and competitive all around. One through how many teams they end up with. I don't know how many teams they got, but I think it's good change.
Yeah.
Curious to see how it works out.
I love the idea. I give Greg a lot of credit because people have brought that to my attention. I'm
Another
like,
good player too.
yeah, Greg's a great player. I remember that being brought up, and I was like, that's just a lot of work. And I knew that for me, my issue was chasing coaches for money was already tough.
Yeah, I like how they do the prepay.
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
If you can make that, then you're all set. So I love the idea.
Yeah. Change is good.
I think it's come to that, especially with the league. Just like I said, we went up in numbers last year, but in a way, there were so many times where they could have been forfeits that like we went out of our way to make sure the game could work, and it just
A lot of times on a Sunday, I waste half my Sunday morning and afternoon chasing people.
Yeah.
See if I can have field enough the last couple of years. It become a headache. That's why one of the reasons I stopped. Main reason, my kid's playing travel baseball, and which is 2 games pretty much Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, and that pretty much wipes me out most of the summer. So
that's more what a dad wants to be doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, excited to see what happens with that. I think change is always good for anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Now these people pay ahead of time, so they might be more committed.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sure there's a lot of people, like, and if you've ever coached a team, and I have.
Never mind being president coach, and then you're chasing players for money.
I have fronted more money for softball than I ever would like to admit.
Oh, likewise.
Some I got back. Some I just said, okay, whatever, I'll live. But I think that I never had a problem if someone couldn't pay if they just let me know.
Yeah.
Instead of like dragging it out or.
I'll get you next week, and
Yeah.
3 weeks later, and.
Like, we get it. We want to see everybody participate,
Yeah.
you know. But that's the one drawback. And that's one thing that stinks is that's why you lose coaches. That's why you lose presidents. That's why you lose a lot of things is that people don't want to chase money. So I would say to anybody involved in softball, if you have a fee that you got to pay, just pay it. And if you can't, tell them or don't play. I don't know, you know.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
It comes down to that.
That's why I like how they're making everyone pay first.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic, fantastic
It guarantees the money for the league, and
idea. Yeah, no, and
wish I thought of that like 10 years ago.
well, you know, My Social Sports does that, but I always looked at it as because they're a business. But now you got Venmo and all these other ways to pay. You know, Venmo has like changed everything. Like that, there is no excuse now. Like,
No.
You're not paying because either you can't or you don't want to.
It's an excuse for me. I don't have it yet.
Oh, really? One of those? Oh, okay. I love it because honestly, like, if I need, you know, someone's like, hey, I got you this. Boom, done.
I just have my wife. She's on Venmo.
Oh, there you go.
Honey, can you do this?
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, I want to get into some top fives.
Yep.
I know you said you're not a huge music guy, which
I like music, but
Okay.
my wife calls me tone deaf.
Okay.
I don't remember songs or know the names of bands, but I like music. I'm more of like 80s, classic rock, that type.
All right, well, if you had to pick top 5 bands, could you do it?
Yeah, I think we can give it a shot.
All right.
We'll go probably mostly in the 80s. Pearl Jam.
Ooh.
90s.
90s, that's 90s, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or AC/DC.
Love them.
Metallica. Led Zeppelin. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, Pearl Jam's like that definitely. It's funny you say that because in the wrestling room, Keith Richard, who you graduated with,
Yeah.
he always was playing Pearl Jam during practices. Like I remember that, and it wasn't every practice, but I remember like Pearl Jam, and it's like 2002 or 3, and I'm like, I don't listen to this anymore.
Yeah, that was my time.
I do like Pearl Jam. They got a lot of good stuff. I love that era of music, Nirvana too.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah, that punk.
Guns N' Roses, that's another one I love.
Guns N' Roses, yeah. I love Guns N' Roses. It's funny that it took them so long to get back together.
Yeah.
They waited till they were all like in their late 50s. That band could have made more money,
Oh, big time.
you know, but ego. Top 5 favorite movies.
Oof. Oh, Bull Durham. That's
That's my favorite baseball movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's always up there. Tin Cup.
Ooh.
Hey, back in the day when I used to golf a couple times a week, I always used to watch that. Love that movie. Shawshank. That's another one. If it's on, I always watch it.
I own it, and same thing. It just it hooks you.
Yeah.
You know.
American Pie series. I like.
Yeah.
Oh, more so for Stifler. That guy cracks me up. He kills me. That's about it. A lot of other baseball movies.
Field of Dreams.
Oh, absolutely. Field of Dreams. The League of Their Own's really good. For the Love of the Game.
Yep.
Yeah. Kevin Costner, he's great in the sports movies.
Someone posted if Sandlot isn't in your top, I think 3 baseball movies, defriend me right now.
I guess I'm gonna get defriended. Good movie. It's good,
yeah.
But I'd rather watch like the Bull Durham.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams, For the Love of the Game, Major League.
Oh, you can't forget Major League.
Yeah, one's really good. Two's pretty good, but when they got to the third one, it's like, yeah,
Oh, they went back to the minors?
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy from Quantum Leap in the movie?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I don't even know if I ever saw it, because once you move
I might have saw it once, but
yeah,
the first Major League, that's on. It's always...
That's the best.
Drives my wife nuts because I'll recite the whole movie as it's going on.
Oh, really? I like how you said Bull Durham is definitely my favorite baseball movie. And I found that like later in life, and I was like, man, I think I was in college the first time I probably saw it. That's like, you go to like the Fisher Cats, and I'm like,
typical minor league. It shows how they travel and my kids always saw her on the DVD shelf. When can I watch that? I'm like, maybe in a couple of years, but now they've watched it.
It is so it's a great movie. A lot of baseball movies are just really good. Kevin Costner's probably like the GOAT of baseball movies, you know.
Yeah, he's in Tin Cup too, and
yeah, that's right. Randy Quaid in that? Am I making that up?
No, that's Caddyshack. No, is it?
Maybe that's the bowling movie he's in.
Maybe.
Have I seen Tin Cup? Now I'm wondering if I've even seen it.
I recommend watch it. It's good.
Let's check it out. I didn't golf until I was like in my 30s, so
golf's fun.
I gotta ask this. I know you're a big Patriots fan. Are you still a season ticket holder?
I am, but one of my good friends buys them. With the work I do, I have to get up early on Monday mornings, and age is getting up there, so it's a little tough getting up, especially at Pat's game. So he buys them, and I pick and choose what I want.
Okay. I did go to Monday Night Football last year. I would never do that again.
No, I won't do a night game. I can't.
It's brutal. I don't know. Like I was like, oh my God, it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm still at Gillette. I gotta get out of here.
I had a stretch. I don't know, like 8 straight years. I maybe missed like 1 or 2 games.
Oh really?
Yeah, but
in the peak, I'm sure, of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get the tickets. The first year they moved into the stadium, whatever year that was,
2002?
02 or something.
Yeah, they're building it. The first season they had was the 02 season. I was there at preseason.
Maybe 03. I think it's been like 16 years or something. 17 years they've had them.
Yeah, the first Patriots game, I never got to go to. I never went to Foxborough. Because
that's good and bad.
Yeah.
Those stadium seatings were rough.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, people coming down, squeezing in next to their buddies, and always fights, and never mind going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I heard it was just. Was it the Troffel?
I think they had troughs and urinals,
Okay.
but the line was huge. People cut in. Always a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about it. My dad never took us when we were kids, but I went the year out. I went to preseason. I saw Chris Winkie was the quarterback of the Panthers.
Panthers,
at the
yeah.
time. I don't know whatever happened to him. But yeah, your top 5 Patriots.
That's a good one. Obviously, gotta go with the GOAT, Tom Brady. I don't have these in any order.
That's okay. Tom Brady.
He's definitely.
I mean, that's probably the best NFL.
Yeah, I'm
player.
gonna go. There's players I know of that I never was watched.
Okay.
They played before my time, like John Hanna, Gino Cappelletti, back in those days. But yeah, Tom Brady, Ty Law.
Yeah.
He was the anchor on that secondary. He was Vinatieri. You got to keep him in there. That guy was clutch. Willie McGinnis.
He's in a little trouble right now.
Yeah. But he was an animal on the field. He was the captain of that defense. He was another one of my favorites. I'd got to go with an offensive lineman, Logan Mankins.
Oh, yeah.
He was just an animal. Then you always get your other players like Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi's, Gronk, Edelman, Andre Tippett back in the day, Mosey Tutupu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can name a lot of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, Gronk's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Maybe the best at his position.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has that career without Tom, because he literally wouldn't play for anybody else. You know.
Yeah, Tom helped him along quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that.
But the guy, Gronk was a beast during his prime.
It was crazy. I remember when him and Hernandez first came to the team, and I was like, my brother got a Gronk jersey, and I got the Hernandez one.
Hernandez killed me in fantasy. I was going to protect him the following year.
Oh, yeah.
Protection league, and then all that stuff happens. Like, oh, he's son of a gun.
That was one of the that's about 10 years ago that happened.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Like 10 years ago, like I think next month, where I was watching the news, and I'll never forget it because the same day James Gandolfini died, who's like my all-time favorite, The Sopranos. And I'm like, Aaron Hernandez is wanted for murder? I'm like,
that was
what
crazy.
is happening?
He wasn't the smartest criminal.
No, he was crazy, but like, who would have thought? Like, that is like just something you don't think's going to happen.
No.
You know, I got busted for drugs. All right. He's a murderer? You know,
Had the world by the balls and all the money and
yeah,
just an idiot.
I'll never understand that.
Nope.
I don't think anybody will ever really understand that. He's just crazy, you know. But damn, he was fun to watch. Him and Gronk were like.
That was a good tight end duo.
That was you know.
That was fun.
I can't wait to see what people will look back on. I mean, they look back on it now, but like stuff like that, you're like, Belichick would never have a player like that. It's like, oh, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting how they doing the draft this year. They need another tight end.
Does that start tonight?
No, I think a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm okay. I thought I saw something because I know it's April, but I never know what day.
A week or two.
Okay.
So I'm not positive on the date, but
well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they still need some work.
Yeah. Is what it is. I gotta ask you this. Look forward to this question. Your top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Of all time. Well, you go with the obvious ones. Stone Cold. He was huge during the college years.
Yeah.
We always made time to go watch Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah, you were in like peak wrestling in college.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rock, always great. Nashua guy, Triple H.
Yep.
I was gonna go stand by him. Randy Orton, one of my favorites. Hope he comes back soon.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age too, so hopefully.
How many is that? Like 4?
Let's see. You had Austin,
Rock,
Triple H, Orton.
I don't know, Undertaker. He's always consistent for all those years.
Yeah, he was. No, those are some good ones. A lot of people, I do a lot of these wrestling podcasts, and when I say Triple H from my hometown, people are like,
yeah,
they're like, he didn't really like publicize he was a New Hampshire guy ever.
No.
You know.
No. Remember, he used to come into when I worked at MVP Sports a lot. Him and China used to come in.
Oh,
More
really?
China than him, but
Would he graduate in '92
no, I
or
think
'89?
88 or 89 or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay. Yeah. That
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
totally top notch, very professional.
Yeah. It's crazy to say like he's at the top. Well, now they don't own it; they sold, but he's at the top of the food chain there.
Now Shawn Michaels, another wrestler you can put in there.
Oh, yeah.
HBK, you can't go wrong with him.
No, I love HBK. He's probably my all-time favorite is HBK because he could do these crazy matches that just no one else could do.
Oh yeah,
You know.
he's great.
All right.
Some of the newer wrestlers are coming up too. I like.
Yeah, no, I want to get this. From you because
Yeah.
I know you guys are a fan of a wrestler who just got the NXT title.
Yes,
What are your thoughts on Carmelo Hayes getting the top of NXT?
I think it's great. He's come a long way. I know we both watched him when he was in the Independents for Chaotic.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was great then. He took pictures with the kids, and it's nice to see someone that you've seen in the independent level work their way up. And I'm looking forward to keep following his career.
Yeah, I mean, you're always happy for the people that you feel are like genuine that make it. Because I don't know him personally, just from the wrestling shows.
Yeah.
But there wasn't it didn't matter. There wasn't a fan he wouldn't take a picture with, or he really embraced the fans. Even for this show, I needed a write-up for him about Leo Connors one day. He texted me back because I can get it to you tomorrow. I was like, I need in like an hour. And he got it right to. He goes, I got you, and he got it right to me.
That's awesome.
So I was very happy to see that and see where he goes.
Yeah, and they have, what is it, Briggs? He's there too, right?
Yeah, Josh Briggs.
He's in Chaotic.
Yeah, his stock kind of dropped. He's in this tag team now. I mean, I always knew that. I always felt Christian was the star.
Oh, yes.
You know, he looks like a star. Josh Briggs is a great
He has
look,
a
too.
charisma, and he has it.
It's just funny because Anthony Green was getting all the opportunities back.
Yeah, he had a few shots. AEW, too. I think he had a shot with them, too.
Yeah, he was doing dark matches. They did sign him to NXT, and I don't know. You know, I don't know what happened there. I think he's still a talented guy, but
Is he still around, or I haven't seen his
he's
name
doing
pop
a
up?
lot. He'll come to Chaotic and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
But you know, they talk about.
Hey, he was a fun one to watch.
Oh, he's great. He's great, but the opportunity in wrestling can be so. He can get back there. I mean, other guys have failed. Like, I don't want to say he failed because I feel like he never got an opportunity in NXT.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys have filtered out and come back. You know.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa was in developmental in 2005. He didn't really make a push until much later.
Yeah. Where is he nowadays? Is he hurt?
He's been hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hurt. Hopefully he gets back soon. All right, I want to get into this real quick. We're going to go buy or sell. I'm going to give you something. You tell me whether you're buying or you're selling.
All right. I like this.
Mac Jones, our quarterback. I ask this a lot now.
I'm buying. He's going to be our starting quarterback this year.
All right.
Hey, I don't think you're going to get much in trade for him. And he's on that rookie contract right now. Paying him, $4 million a year? And give him a shot with an offensive coordinator.
Thank you.
He had the two clowns last year coaching offense. And obviously that didn't work. I can understand why you got frustrated. I would. Give him a shot this year, and if he's still the same, yeah, then maybe look to move on. But I think he deserves at least this year.
I 100% agree.
Especially with the contract in your favor, you might as well capitalize on that.
He was only drafted 2 years ago, and his
Yeah.
first year wasn't bad. And then this
No.
year, you know, it's just weird to get a defensive coordinator to be an offensive
Now,
coordinator.
yeah, and, even this year, he might have. That's his third coordinator in 3 years.
Yeah.
Granted, he's familiar with Bill O'Brien, but
Well, we're going to ask another one in a bit, but Lamar Jackson, you buying or selling? I mean, he can't get a team right now.
I think he's staying put.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if a team signs him, I think Baltimore's going to match it. Especially, I believe they just signed OBJ.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to push him to stay in Baltimore.
Well, it's funny, he already did his exit post on social media.
I would love him in a Pats uniform.
Yeah.
I think he'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to pay him. What is he
No,
probably?
30, 40 million a year guaranteed for. And he could get hurt.
Yeah.
He's been known to get hurt.
Yeah, he's a running quarterback. They all get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been watching this at all. I follow it. I've missed the last couple of weeks, but the XFL?
I've seen bits and pieces, but not too much, though.
Buy or sell, you think?
I'm going to say buy for at least another couple of seasons.
Okay.
I think it might stick around. They're talking about on the radio the other day, but the overtime.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It is so much fun. I think you take it from your 5 and then you get a 15-yard conversion, you get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's been something. The first week was like, that was so much fun.
Yeah, they throw a few twists. Like I said, I haven't seen much about it. Caught a couple quarters here and there, but pretty good football, and you still get some names in the league. And
Yeah, the Rock's doing a good job. Cody Rhodes, buy or sell?
Yes. I'm going to buy on him. I think that eventually he's going to get that title. I was hoping for WrestleMania. I know you were too.
I'm still sad about it.
Yeah, that was a tough one. He should have had that, but I don't know what they're going to do with this storyline with Brock Lesnar. I don't know what's that about. That was a curveball.
I thought it'd be better with the title involved because Brock can't face Roman for the title.
Yeah.
Would have made sense that's why Brock attacked him. Now they're like, he's mad because Cody main event and he was the opening match. I go, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
You know.
I think they just try and get Roman Reigns for the 1,000 days or something.
Yeah.
I'm over that whole bloodline story.
I love the bloodline.
It was a good story, but it's time to. I'd like to see each show get their own belt back.
Yes, I agree. My thing with the Cody thing is when something is perfect and you can have that perfect moment, take that perfect moment.
Yeah, been an honor for his father too.
Yeah.
At that moment. And
now the talk is, are they doing it for 40? I was like, geez, come on. You can't drag this out a year, but whatever. Yeah. Would you buy or sell AEW, All Elite Wrestling?
I'm in between on that. I'm going to say buy. I enjoy WWE more than AEW, but AEW is pretty good. A lot of good wrestling in there.
Yeah, it's a good alternative, right?
Yeah.
All right, last one, and I know the answer to this, but I want you to tell me why. Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, I'm buying. I can't wait to see him on the main roster. Hopefully it's sooner than later.
Yeah. I'd like a good run with this belt, with the NXT title, but
maybe lose it once, regain it for a little bit, and maybe next year this time.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's bound to have a really good career.
Yeah, and you're seeing these NXT guys making the way up now, like Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few others, but
everybody. I mean, Roman Reigns is an NXT guy. Well, he's more FCW. It was the same thing, but their developmental works.
It does.
But
it's really good.
But Bud, I appreciate you coming on the show. This has been a lot of fun. We got a big weekend, so
I can't wait.
I'm wishing you luck on the Tough Rock.
Oh yes, I'll be there with you.
So, everybody out there, have a wonderful week. Keep your heads up. Until next time, let freedom ring.